Hello, my name is Jordan Nelson and I'm the sales manager for kit development.
And my name is Eve Swenson. I'm the manager of live biologicals.
Eve and I are going to be doing an observational experiment with sow bugs.
We have two different organisms up here, the terrestrial isopods, also known as sow bug and pill bug, and then the aquatic sow bug. We're going to do a brief comparison between the two and then solely focus on the aquatic isopod.
The first thing you want to do is familiarize your students with the difference between an aquatic sow bug and a sow bug. One noticeable difference is the habitat they live in. The sow bug likes dark, moist, and cool environments on land, whereas the aquatic sow bugs live solely in water. However, they too like dark areas to dwell. Physically speaking, they both have gill-like structures. You can see the difference by looking at the two, but then you can see in greater detail under the microscope. The brief experiment we'll be focusing on is food preferences. We set up 3 different choice chambers with using a combination of living plant material, dried dead plant material, and crushed pieces of decayed millipedes. To record our results, we used a time-lapse camera to take a photo every 5 minutes during a 24-hour time span. And although we sped up the footage, you can still see behavioral patterns.
The first choice chamber was set up using living plant material on the right side and dried plant material on the left. At first, the aquatic sow bugs spent their time on the left side by the dried plant material. Then they began to explore both sides of the choice chamber, interchanging between the two. In the final moments of the footage, the aquatic sow bugs congregate on and in the living plant material.
The second experiment used living plant material on the right side and crushed pieces of decayed millipedes on the left. The aquatic sow bugs began exploring both sides of the choice chamber, like in the previous experiment. However, they became less adventurous and predominantly stayed in and on the live plant material. Every so often, one isopod explores the left side, but returns to the right, suggesting a preference towards living plant material.
The last experiment was set up with dried plant material on the right and crushed pieces of decayed millipedes on the left. In addition, we added living plant material on both sides because we saw the aquatic sow bugs had a tendency to engage the plants in the previous experiments. In this investigation, their activity was isolated on the right side after initially engaging with the live plants. This indicates that aquatic sow bugs do have a food preference for plant material, whether it's dried or living, over the pieces of decayed millipedes.
Every observation is going to be different depending on the health and maturity of the isopods used. After experimenting, make sure to return them to their original habitat. We understand there's going to be variances between the activities and extension activities that you use in your classroom, so feel free to share them with us as well.
We hope you enjoy this video and can use this engaging experiment in the classroom.